Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ServiceNow 911. As I promised, in our AI series, we are going to complete each and every aspect of ServiceNow AI. So from first video, where we have discussed the complete AI, the complete ecosystem, how it is connected, what all things are there. Now we are breaking it down into small videos. And in this video, we are going to discuss about Now Assist. So first of all, let me show you how I got this instance. This is the instance from Now Learning. Yes, it is providing great help for us, people who want to learn. So you can go to this course, Now Assist Skill Kit Fundamentals, Skill Kit Essential. And there, as soon as you log in, you will have the option to get an instance. So this instance will there with you for more than 3 days. Okay. So make sure you use it and then you can come to this. So now the very first question is, what is Now Assist? So ladies and gentlemen, ServiceNow provides a generative AI layer which is known as Now Assist. Okay, it sits on the top of the platform and understand data like incident, cases, chats, knowledge articles, and then help your agents or service text agents with things like summarization, suggestion, content generation, and smart recommendations. Okay, so that I will show you just in a minute. Okay, so inside Now Assist, the real work is done by the skills. A skill is simply a specific AI task. Okay, for example, summarization of an incident, drafting a resolution note, or giving a recommendation. Like this, we have a number of skills which are available, and I will show you in just a minute in the demo. Okay, so out of box, all these skills are available. But when you want AI behavior to be tailored based on your business needs, there is an option to create a new AI skill, and that we will do using Now Assist Skill Kit that you can see on the screen in the left navigation. So around this, there is a small ecosystem. You can see on the screen, the first one is Now Assist Skill Kit, where we design the custom skills, define their prompts, inputs, and output. Then we have the Now Assist Data Kit, where we prepare AI-ready dataset and data collections so we can evaluate those skills at larger scale, okay, not on just one or two record, so that they perform wonderful in the real world, in the real scenarios. And then finally, we have the Now Assist Admin Console, where we connect these skills into real experiences like ITSM workspaces, context menus, panels, virtual agents, and also control which user and roles can see the skills. So just for a recap, when I say data kit, skill kit, or Now Assist admin, in this video, think of it like Now Assist is the AI engine. Skills are the individual jobs that engine performs. And skill kit plus data kit plus admin are the tools, okay, we use to build, test, and deploy these skills into the production. So with this, let us start demo of these three components which you see on the left one by one. So before we see the complete demo, complete tour of this particular Now Assist, let me show you in one of the example. So let's go to incidents. Open one of the incident. And here at the top, you see Now Assist can summarize this incident. So this is how Now Assist is working. So if you click on summarize, you can see the complete summary of this incident here. Okay. You can copy it, you can share it, you can like it. Okay. So this is how Now Assist is helping you. Now Assist is helping n number of agents to do their work fast and with accuracy. Okay. So this is one of the feature which I have shown you. So now let's move to the demo. So here you see Now Assist Data Kit. Click on it. Welcome to Now Assist Data Kit. Okay. This is the data kit here. So basically, let me explain you what is a data kit in a very simple words, and then we will go through this. So, a data kit is like a library of data sets that AI skills are going to use. Okay. We take the data from ServiceNow tables, then we organize it and put it into library so that skills can use it later. Especially in the cases when we want to test and evaluate the skills. So basically, we are creating a number of skills and we want to see whether these skills are working properly or not. So in order to evaluate such skills with different number of use cases, different number of scenarios, so that these skills will actually matter or work in the real world. Okay. So actually we are preparing the skills. We are testing the skills so that it will work perfect in the real world. So you can say that a data kit is where we build curated data sets and collections from ServiceNow tables. And later when we build or test a particular skill, we can use this collection of real incidents or changes to evaluate how good the skill is. So basically a data kit is not about end user screens. Okay. It is more for AI builders or architects who want clean, well-defined data to use with their skills. Okay. So on the screen, you see all about Now Assist Data Kit. There are certain articles which we can read, okay, how to create a data set, synthetic data set, and what are the ways to import the data. So here on this page, you can see 3 tabs at the top: data sets, synthetic data set, and data collection. Okay. So let's start with data sets. So basically a data set is just a block of data that we create from somewhere. Okay. We can take the data from ServiceNow tables, like from incident table, or we can upload file from our laptop or from CSV or certain sample tickets from outside ServiceNow. Okay. So in one line, we can say that data sets are the real chunk of data that we prepare so AI skills can use them later. Okay. For testing purpose. This is the use of this data sets. From where data is coming, you now know it. Okay. The purpose, you know. Then we have the synthetic data sets. So basically, sometimes we don't want to use only the real production data, right? Maybe because it's too sensitive or because we don't have enough examples there. It is a possibility, right? The production data is not always the data which we want, or it is not having such enough dimensions to train a particular AI or a skill, right? So synthetic data sets are a kind of, fake but realistic data set that are created for testing and training our skills safely. Okay. They behave like a real incident or changes, but they are generated just for experimentation. So this is the use of synthetic data set. Then we have the data collection. So basically you can think of a collection as a folder that group multiple data sets together. Okay. So maybe one data set is incident, another is from change, and third is from knowledge article. A data collection is a bundle of all three into one package. So later, in our next video, when we are going to actually create a skill, evaluate a skill, we will use this collection instead of selecting, single data sets one by one, so that it will be easy for us. And in real time also, skills are using data sets most of the time to do the evaluation and testing. So data sets are just a piece of data, whereas synthetic data sets are safe, generated piece of data, whereas data collections are the folders that group those pieces together for AI testing or AI work. Okay. So this is all about data sets. Let's move further. This is now this skill kit. Okay. Click on the home. So basically skill kit is where we design the AI skills themselves. You can see here all the type of skills which are available right now. So these are the ServiceNow skills. Okay. So all the ServiceNow skills which you see on the screen right now, incident, resolution, all these are the out of box ServiceNow skills, and you see few of them are active. You can create your own custom skill. Okay. And in a skill, you have to do a lot of things here. So let me open one of the skill which is familiar to you. This is the incident summarization skill, which is right now active. Let's see what is in this skill right now. So as soon as it opens, you can see we are now in the prompt editor because we have to write prompts for a particular skill, because all this Now Assist is based on generative AI. Generative AI means like your chat GPT, like your perplexity and various AIs which are available right now. Okay, so for those, in order to get the output, we have to write certain prompts. The more specific, the more good is the prompt, the result will be the better. So the same goes here for each and every skill. Okay, you have to learn how to write a good prompt. So in this incident summarization skill, you can see here all the basic details. It is a ServiceNow skill. This is its type. created by admin, modified by admin. If you want to use it, if you want to make some changes in that, it is not allowed, but you can clone this one and create a new skill which behaves same like this, and then you can do modification and test what you want to test there. Okay. So here you see the very first thing is edit the prompt. So this is where we have written the prompt. Okay. This is the complete prompt which is written, and that's what it is doing when you click on do summarization in incident. Okay. So at the left hand side, you see all the input things here. So this input is nothing but the fields of ServiceNow incident table. At the bottom, you also see there are around 60 prompts which are written for all these type of skills. Okay. You can add the tools to the skill in order to enhance the data. You can add certain, tools here. So what are these tools? All these things we will discuss, we will create. Then you can optimize it and evaluate it. In optimization and evaluation, again, we have to add a particular data set and then see how this skill is behaving on that data, right? You remember what is Now.sys data kit. So the same is being used here. Then we will evaluate it, we will run it and see the performance of the skill. Once we are pretty much sure, then we are going to deploy the skill or activate the skill. So all these things one by one we will discuss in our next video. So this is all about this Now.sys home kit. Then you see something called agentic evaluation. So basically, you can think of this as a place where you can test the AI skills at large scale before you actually trust them in production. So you can call it as a aggressive, testing, large scale testing where you can test the skill on, hundreds of records and see what is the response of the skill, what is the behavior of the skill, what is the behavior and what is the quality you see in the AI behavior there. So this is also one kind of, testing basically. We will do this as well, but not here, next video. Then we have the provider and models. Here you see all the list of models which ServiceNow is using, basically all the LLMs here. So if you scroll down, you can see all the basic LLMs here, what are coming from Now LLM, what are there for OpenAI, and what is coming from IBM Watson. Okay. So all type of LLMs which right now is being used in this particular instance is in front of you. You have the option to add your own model here and work on it. One thing I forgot in agentic evolution, here basically ServiceNow is using one more kind of model which is known as judge model to judge your data at large scale. So again, one model is being used and that model is judge model. Okay, so this is all about Now.sys skill kit. So now we are going to discuss Now.sys panel here, the complete Now.sys admin panel. So click on overview. So you can say this is a kind of mutual control room for Now.sys on a particular instance. Okay. So in overview, you can see various tabs here. You can see complete picture of your Now.sys. You can see here 81 need attention. It means there are certain plugins which are not installed. So it is giving you warning. Okay, certain skills which are not yet started. So it is keeping count of that as well and letting you know. You can see these are the few recommendations provided that you can boost your employee experience and customer experience by installing these particular kits. Okay, these particular plugins are available. You can see here, this is the summary about plugin, about the skill. And at the bottom, you see skill usage. This is the dashboard. Okay, so it will basically give you the detail of skill usage. This is a demo instance, and moreover that this is a now learning instance. So that's why nothing is working here. Okay, and then we move to this particular tab. So in this tab, you can see the skills are categorized in different technology based on customer, based on creator, based on platform. Okay, so all these options are available. So as soon as I click on this technology, risk and sustainability, it should show all the skills which are installed. But right now, nothing installed for this one. That's why it is saying go and get the plugin and install it. In this particular instance, only ITSM is installed and the same is in front of you now. We have no option, we have no authority to install anything else. So for ITSM, you can see all the Now.sys skills which are available. You can see the status, you can see the type, you can see the LLM provider here. Okay, what is the last updated details, all these things are available. And this one is active. Okay, this one is also active. So if you want to activate a particular skill, you just need to click on activate. It will redirect you to general information. There are certain tabs which you have to go through. Okay, and then move forward. So save and continue. Because this is already a created one, so we already have opted all these things already. Okay, everything is ready. That's why we just have to click on save and continue for each and every tab. Finally, click on activate. So it is now activated here. Click on return to ITSM. So you see this one is now activated in front of you. So this is about this tab. Okay, let's move to the next one, Now Assist Experience. So here you see the option of Now Assist panel. Okay, so you see a Now Assist panel here. If you come here in this Now Learning, you can also see the same panel here. Let me go to the home. You see, this is the kind of panel which you can use. So you can do the testing here itself. How the Now Assist panel is working. You can ask questions. You can ask what course you do based on your requirement, and it will answer you. This is a full-fledged which is working. I tested it already. But as soon as I clicked on this one, okay, it is not working. I'm not sure why. I have opted all the basic things here, but I am not able to see that particular icon here. Okay, I already turned it on. I have provided all the necessary roles to my user, but still I'm not able to see it. So I'm not sure why it is not coming, but if it's come on you, then please let us know if I'm doing any mistake here or not. Okay, so this is it about Now Assist panel. So as soon as the skill is active, ServiceNow can track how often this skill is used and what is its performance. So you can see this is the performance dashboard, and this performance dashboard help you answer questions like how many times was the incident summarization skill called last week. Okay. Secondly, how many suggestions were accepted by the agent. So all these things you can see here. And by this, you can easily measure the performance of a particular skill and see whether it is working or not. If there is any improvement needed, all these things you can take care from here. Custom skill details, and you can see Now Assist Guardians here. So basically the guardrails, you can protect all kind of offensive things here. You can write down, you can flag the offensive content, you can do all kind of guide railing here. So once we create a new skill, we will do all these things in front of you. But this is the basic details here. Okay, so this is about performance. And finally, we have the setting here. Here you see basically all the available plugins which are there for this particular Now Assist. So total around more than 30 plugins are there, but we have only option to install ITSM that is already installed. I cannot get these plugins and install it because each plugin is for each application in ServiceNow. So N number of things are there with respect to Now Assist. Okay, so now this is it for this particular demo, this particular go through. In our next video, stay tuned. I am going to create a special skill, a wonderful skill, and explain you each and every part of this. Okay, so that you understand in real time what actually is happening with these skills here and how it is used. Thank you so much. Bye bye.